So why do I think reaction videos are some of the cheapest and laziest forms of content? Now, I'm not just saying this because I actually don't even know how to do a reaction video in regard to, putting the other video in the screen. I don't have the technological skills to do that, and I don't have the time or the interest to be able to doing that. It's not because of that, all right? You might be saying, JD, you're the lazy one, you're not taking the time. I have no interest in doing that. But I have a gripe with this sort of content, and it's a specific type of it. I'm not going to talk about all content, all reaction videos. I'm going to talk about a specific type. And the type that I'm talking about, I'm sure you've seen it if you've been on YouTube or if you've been on any of these other social media channels, is the type where the content creator, let's just say, they're really not creating any content in this instance. They're basically reposting content, but this is how they're doing it. They're reposting it where they're in the foreground. So the person who's posting this on their channel is in the foreground, all right? So they're in the picture, but they're smaller, and behind them, or they're split screen where they're above and they're watching a video and they're showing their face reaction to it. And this is what they're doing. They're either nodding along with it, or they're pointing at it going, or they're like, and they're not even saying anything. The majority of the screen, the thing that gets you hooked in is the person, not the content creator. It's the person saying the video. And a lot of times the captioning is on, so you can read what's going on, so you don't even have to turn the volume up. And so you see this person talking about it. And the reason why I'm talking about it specifically today is because I saw one just yesterday. And I know this content creator she says, it doesn't matter if you repost my stuff. I don't care, because all roads lead to Rome, meaning all roads are going to lead back to more people understanding and getting the message behind what she was talking about. Now, the clip is a short, so it's super small. It's not necessarily easy to figure out the complete context in it, although there's some wisdom shared in it. It's a good clip. But what I'm saying is the reason why I find it very cheap is you take something that's this, whether it's controversial, or you take something that's a very good quote or a 60-second clip from something, and you add nothing to it. But here's the big kicker. The person that I'm talking about was clipped, and this other content creator used it on their page, and they didn't say a word in the clip. They just sat there, nodded along. All right, this is great. Obviously, they agree with this. They didn't cite the person. They didn't put their name. They didn't at them. Now, they had a big at on them where their person was, so you knew whose channel it was coming from, okay? But it gave no credit to the original creator of the content. It didn't put anything in the comments. It didn't link to their YouTube, didn't do anything except for take with it. And so what do you associate? You associate this wisdom with that person. Again, the content creator that is just reposting, not the actual content originator, the person who's really creating the content. Now, I agree with her. On some point, all information about a subject that you feel passionate about is good, and it does spread the information around, and more channels talking about it leads more to it. But the reason why I say it's cheap and it's lazy is it doesn't take that long to put in an at for that person. It doesn't, so that people can lead to their website. It wasn't like this person was interviewing them. That'd be one thing. If they were interviewing them, they took a clip and it was just, no. This was from an interview with someone else, a completely different thing of content. And you've seen these over and over again where someone's reacting to that other piece. They don't at them, they don't link, they don't do anything so that you can find out how to get to that piece of information. But that was where the wisdom was, or that was where something, for me, is where I was interested in it. Now, maybe they're waiting for AI to get better. And what I think will happen in the future is any video that you go on, any content creator that's on there, any person, anyone's website, you'll be able to hover over them Something will come up, something will, your cursor, you'll be able to hover over their face, and then some things will pop up and they'll have all of their links. YouTube, if you want to steal that idea and go with it, go. I'm waiting for it. It should be easier, right? You see that on Instagram now. I think they have something like that where you can hover over and you can see the different content. But this should be during a live video so that those people whose content is being created is not just being taken and then sometimes taken out of context. So that's another thing. You can have a reaction video where people can take a small amount of information and then go after it. That's something that happened to me, all right, where someone took what I was saying, they chopped it up and used it for their own good. It's pretty sad considering that person had tons of followers and I have my little channel over here where I am literally just trying to speak the truth about my experience and what I've seen and my perspective, and someone is completely taking me out of context and making me look like I'm stupid or making me look like I, am trying to manipulate people when in fact it was the other way around. So these reaction videos I find to be sometimes completely disingenuous and lying, right? Like I said in that example, but the ones that I'm seeing more and more of are just piggybacking on top of someone else's content. And they're not even saying a word. They're just nodding along with it. And they're taking that and they're getting tons of views. And I know this because the person that I'm thinking of has on similar videos, I follow them and they don't have that many and this was like tons and tons and tons of views. And it's like I'm saying, it's good, right? It's good for the content in general, but she doesn't say what her name is in the video. So you don't know who she is. There's no there's nothing in the comments. There's nothing to link you to the originator. So although there might be 1 million views on that video, how much are actually going to translate and bring to the original content creator? So I know what she's saying in spirit. Yes, it's all good because if somebody takes wisdom from that and they learn and they use, but it's such a short piece. They don't know how to apply that. Okay. It's just good words. And I know this person because she does books and she does courses. She literally does courses about these things. And I'm going, how does that lead anyone to you? Maybe the next time you see it, oh, I saw it from this person, so you have some familiarity there. That's true, there is. Hey, know, like, and trust. You need to know, like, and trust someone before you buy or purchase content. Oh, I saw it from this person. This person likes this person. Oh, well, I like them. Hey, I agree with that. But how hard is it when you are making that type of content, when you've got production teams of people behind you that you can't put a little you can't put a little thing. I've done that. I've made shorts where you can put in like, it's not hard to do that. I don't like to do that type of content. I just like to get on the camera and talk. That's what you get. Low budget over here. And I would think it's going to continue to stay low budget unless if I really get inspired on things. But I would love to have a production team to be able to, when I talk about something, be able to have, information come up and more examples and things, because people learn visually. They don't just learn through the spoken word auditorially. So there's lots of different ways that people can learn, and I want to take advantage of those. But right now, I am lazy and I don't have the skills. I could learn the skills, but I also don't have the interest to do that, especially because I'm not making any money at this. I'm doing this for fun. But if you do have all that production team, you do have the ability to do these things, taking that one extra little second to put something, imagine what that does. Because if you really do believe in this piece of content, like you're saying, don't you want to promote them? Don't you want to use your platform to promote them? That's what you're doing. But are you really doing that? And this is what I talk about it being cheap and lazy, is because I don't think that people actually, truly in their hearts, want that information to spread. I think they want the popularity and everything to be pointing at them. And that's where I have a problem with. You're using this person's ideas so that you can look better. You might not even necessarily believe them. And I know for a fact that there's at least some content creators out there that are just aligning with certain things, certain ideas, certain concepts, certain groups, just so that they can get content. You've seen these people where they've gone from one side to another side because they see, oh, I can make more money over here. I can shift. This one's not as popular anymore. I can shift. It's gross, it's sick, but these are the type of people that can take advantage of whether it's their looks. A lot of times these are females, all right, who look very, very attractive. A lot of videos have 10 million views just because the thumbnail is a very attractive lady. Look, there's a majority of people on YouTube are men, and they're going to click on an attractive female when they see one, okay? And so people know this, right? You don't think these production people know what gets people to click on things? They know. So I see that and I go, that's not great. Not great for, again, the rest of us who are consuming the videos, because what gets pushed, what gets trending, what gets put into your algorithm if you've watched something similar to it? Those types of videos. And that's why everyone's doing them, because everyone else is doing them. They're getting hits, they're getting this. And so it's like, well, I'm going to do that too because it's about me. I want the views. I want this. I'm going to take whatever and I'm going to get that. This person's really popular. I'm going to put the thumbnail so that you see this person, right? And you go for that, all right? And then I get that information. Now, sometimes it's the other way around. Nobody knows who this person is and they're promoting him, which is great, like I said, but if there's no follow through with it, if you don't know how to get in contact with them, if you don't know how to buy their courses, if you don't know how to get to their YouTube channel or their other social media, are you really promoting them? If they didn't even say their name in the video? So I think maybe people are just pumping out a bunch of content and they're not really realizing what they're doing. That's another reason why I'm talking about this. It's like, hey, you guys, if you really believe in these things, then take the time to put a little app that says their name. That's simple. You had one for you. That's how I know you can do it, is because you had one for you. You had one to show people that this is my channel. You didn't have one for that person or the original content, because sometimes it's an interview and that person who's saying something is being interviewed by someone else. You didn't have their channel. You didn't have this person's channel. All you had was about you. And I think it's cheap. And I think it's sad, lazy. It doesn't help if you truly believe in the ideas that you are promoting through putting that video out there. I think there's one aspect of it that's good. Hey, more information out there that is true, that is good, that's helping people, awesome. But if it's all about you, if you're taking that's a little bit of manipulating, I would say. So anyways, if you're gonna have one of those reaction videos, at least say something about it. I mean, come on. To just nod along, it's if you don't see that that's lazy, I don't know what is. So anyways, I just had a little rant about that, but there's also some things that we could change. Technology, we're waiting for it, right? Where you can just hover over anyone that's on a video as it's going around, and you can hover over their face, you can pause the video, hover over their face, and then you can get all their links. What a great thing. So that these content creators, these production people, they can be lazy, right? Hey, I'm right there with you. I don't want to take the time. I understand where that comes from. Hey, human nature. We want to take the path of least resistance. So if we had technology to be able to, anybody is out there, good. I think that's coming, right? I think that's coming. If it's not coming, please make it part of the reality. Make sure that the AI programs or any of those things that can pick up facial features, hey, you hover over that person, you go to all their links and you can help support them, because that's what it's all about, all right? If you really like it, we talked about this before. If you like the content, like it, subscribe to them, comment on them, feed the algorithm if you truly like that. I don't say like and subscribe for me, right? Although I'm kind of hinting at it right now. I don't say it because I know that I get annoyed with it. But what's a way that you can support if you're doing these reaction videos is you can add them. You can link to their channel if you really believe. If you don't, all right, if you just want it for your benefit, then keep on doing what you're doing because you're doing a great job. But I just wanted to rant about that and talk about some possible solutions. So that's it for today. And until next time, I'll see you then.